There we go. Recording. Hi, Michelle.
Hello.
Hiya, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. And can you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
Yeah, so I'm Michelle Fennell and I am the reception teacher at All Hallows.
Lovely, and thank you very much for joining me today to talk about books and your reading habits. I'll start you off with a nice easy question, and do you prefer fiction or non-fiction books?
I definitely say I prefer fiction.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and what are you currently reading?
At the moment, I've just this second finished a book, literally yesterday, where the crawdads sing.
Okay.
It's a great book. It was really a really enjoyable book.
Oh, lovely. Nice. And obviously working with reception, I suppose you read aloud quite often.
Yes.
Yeah, do you have a favourite book to read aloud to the children?
I do. So I kind of have a few favourites. I love to read The Smartest Giant in Town with the younger children. That's kind of a great picture book. For chapter books, I would say Fantastic Mr. Fox is a great one to read aloud. Yeah. And I also have one that the children join in a lot. So it's called Can You Guess? It's the Animals of Thailand. It gives them a riddle with clues in as to what the animal is, and they have to kind of shout out the animal. So that's also a great one to do in class. They love that.
That's lovely. I bet they love that one.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, nice. And is there anyone in your life that you share book recommendations with?
I have a monthly book club that I go to. So obviously normally in normal times we would meet, but we're meeting on Zoom at the moment. So we read a book each month and then we come together and have a chat about those books. So yeah, that's really nice to be able to share books with them.
Yeah, that's lovely. I've always thought that having a book club in school would be really fun.
Yeah.
I think when we're able to, that would be a really fun club to start up.
Absolutely.
Cool. And if you had to make a change to the ending of any book, is there a book you have in mind? Of what change would you make?
I think that a book called The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton, which is something I read in my mid-teens, and I really wanted a happier ending, shall we say, for all of the characters.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's definitely one I would definitely change to make it a happier ending for everybody.
Okay. Are there any books that have stayed with you after you've read them?
From my childhood, I really remember The Secret Garden and The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. Those are the two that really stand out for me.
Yeah.
Because they're such magical stories and I desperately wanted to be the characters in the story. I was going to say, about a year ago, I read a book through Book Club actually called The Binding by Bridget Collins. And it was, again, a beautifully written book. And I got to the end and I kind of wanted to just pick up the book and read it again. It was a really magical story, beautifully written. And so definitely, I think that one will stay with me too.
Oh, nice. That sounds lovely. I've taken a note of the name because that sounds really nice. Are there any fictional places that you'd love to visit? You've obviously just said that you would love to be a character in one of the books. But
yeah, so Narnia, definitely.
Yeah. Funnily, I am reading the Chronicles of Narnia at the moment.
Oh, wow.
I'm on the 5th one now. But yeah, I started reading them a few months ago. I've really enjoyed them. Like I say, they're so magical and you can get so into the whole story and picture all of the places, can't you?
I know. I used to spend many a time going into wardrobes wherever we were and trying to see Narnia as at the back of
Just in case.
Just got to try everywhere.
Yeah. And have you read any of the classic books? And do you have a favourite?
I've read a few of the classics. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan, actually. But I really enjoyed Great Expectations.
Yeah.
And probably the other one I really enjoyed is Robinson Crusoe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Where do you normally buy or find books from?
We're lucky in Wales, we have a library, so I often visit the library when it's open. I tend to go around the charity shops to buy books. And I've been downloading quite a few to my Kindle recently because my bookshelves are overflowing.
Yeah.
And also, of course, when we can travel and go on holiday and things, a Kindle's a really great thing to have because you can have so many books on it.
Yeah. Okay.
No weight restrictions.
Yeah. Is there a book that you recommend that everybody reads at some point in their life?
Do you know what? I think that books are such a personal thing, and actually depending on where we are in our lives and what's happening in our lives, we can relate to different books, or they're good for us to read. So there's not one out and out book I recommend everybody reads. I would say I more recommend everybody just reads lots of books.
Yeah, that's really good actually. That's a good point. You've obviously already said that you relate to some of the characters in Narnia, but are there any other characters that you've really related to at a certain age point? And who and what age were you?
Not really, not a particular character. Like I said, the ones from my childhood, I really wanted to be those characters, and there were many stories like that, I guess, that I would love to have been, in a faraway tree or something like that. And I guess in a way, for lots of books that I've read, I can relate to many of the characters, depending on where I am in my life at that point.
Yeah.
But there's not one that stands out absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. And last question, do you have a favourite place or time that you find yourself reading?
Yeah, I do love to sit either in my conservatory, out in the garden if it's warm enough, on a sunny afternoon, a cup of coffee, a couple of biscuits, a great book. You really can't beat it.
Yeah. Okay, lovely. Well, that's all of my questions. So thank you very much for joining me. And I hope you and reception enjoy World Book Day on Thursday.
Lovely. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, bye.